Welcome to October 2022's 30 Days of Asian Horror Movie Reviews. Day 14 brings us the breathtaking Japanese classic, Kwaidan. What's this movie about? One of the original Anthology horror movies, the four tales collected in this film include Black Hair, about a samurai who leaves his poor wife for a rich woman, but then leaves her when he realizes he's made a mistake. On return to his old wife, he discovers that something is not quite right. The Woman in the Snow, a story about a man who meets a spirit while stuck in a snowstorm. She decides against killing him as long as he never tells anyone about their encounter. But once he starts a family, that promise is tested. Hoichi the Earless, the classic tale of a blind monk who's commanded to recite a musical war story to an important audience. Once the abbot finds out who the audience is, he paints a sutra all over Hoichi's body, forgetting to write it on one key part. And finally, In a Cup of Tea, which tells the unfinished story of a writer who sees mysterious faces in his tea. Is the movie worth watching? In 1964, this movie would have terrified audiences, but now, some 60 years later, it delights audiences instead with its captivating stories, visual flair, and suitable creepy vibes. Filmed in an obvious studio with some rather basic effects, once you look past the old filmmaking techniques, you are treated to some of the best that Japanese horror cinema has to provide. A massive cast across the four stories, this 3-hour-long movie can be watched in parts, as each story is a unique 40+ minute experience. To narrow down one story over the others as the best wouldn't do the experience justice. However, with Hoichi the Earless currently on the tongues of horror fans with the Chinese release of Bunshin Saba Hoichi the Earless using the title as a marketing ploy, the interest might be strong with that tale. Personally, Black Hair is an excellent way to start the collection, and Woman in the Snow is a very creepy tale that will have you glued to the screen the entire time. Using my patent-pending ghost rating, which stands for great horror or stupid trash, a film like this deserves nothing less than 5 ghosts. 3 excellent stories, with the fourth one, In a Cup of Tea, probably being the weakest of the lot. Everything about this film is a classic. In the same way that Psycho and Nosferatu are must-watch classics for Western cinema, Kwaidan is a must-watch for Asian cinema. Thank you for watching this short review. Check out more by following the links on the screen.